In today's video, we're going to be showing you around Glasgow, Scotland. This is a city that we visited last autumn and then again this summer, and on both visits we ate like kings and queens because it turns out Glasgow is a great destination for foodies. Since we never got around to making a travel guide on our first visit, today we're going to be combining the footage from both of those trips to show you some of the best things to do in Glasgow and also some of the best places to eat and drink. So let's get started. So I'm excited for this next attraction. We're actually going into the Kelvingrove Art Gallery and Museum. And last time we were in Glasgow, it was closed. I think we got here a little bit too early and we had other things scheduled, so we totally missed it. So yeah, this time we're checking it out. Kelvingrove Art Gallery and Museum is divided into two main sections. On the right-hand side, you have the museum, which focuses on natural history, world cultures, and archaeology. And then on the left-hand side, you have the art gallery, which showcases paintings, furniture, and Scottish art, which makes it very easy to explore based on your interests. While I found myself drawn to the museum side, it wasn't long before I was lured over to the art gallery by the floating heads, a one-of-a-kind installation that's hard to miss.
So that was a really cool experience. I'm so glad we got to do it this time around.
Yeah.
And it's the kind of attraction where you're going to want to budget like a few hours because it is big inside and it has a very eclectic mix of different galleries.
So we just finished visiting the Kelvingrove Art Gallery and Museum, and it's just a skip and a hop over to Glasgow University, so we couldn't resist coming back because seriously, look around, it looks like the set of Harry Potter, even though it's probably not. Ta-da! The University of Glasgow was founded in 1451, and it's one of Scotland's 4 ancient universities. With that in mind, you can count on some amazing architecture, especially around the cloisters.
Seeing as it was almost lunchtime, we hopped in a taxi and rode across town to the Drygate Brewery. This is a place that I had been to on our last trip to Glasgow. This time around, we signed up for the Through the Glass tour for a quick lesson on the art of brewing, and while we were at it, we paired our beers with lunch.
So it is right around lunchtime and we have just arrived at the Drygate Brewery here in Glasgow, and we're going to be doing a Through the Glass tour. So our beer has actually arrived. Let me lift this for you. How cool is this?
And when I'm talking through the glass, check out that.
These are. Oh yeah.
That's through the glass.
Cool. Through the glass, literally. In total, we sampled 4 beers. My favorite was called Disco Forklift Truck, and it was a pale ale that was fruity and tropical thanks to someone's genius idea to add mango juice.
Then for food, I had fish and chips, and Audrey went for something a little more adventurous.
I got ox cheek, and I've only had ox cheek once before in Lao and Luang Prabang, and I really enjoyed it. I haven't seen it on a menu since, so I figured, you know what?
You're gonna make a sandwich for us here.
Yeah. My work of art. Let's see how it tastes. I'm just gonna have the ox first.
You have a giant piece of leaf. What do you think? Good?
It's really nice.
Is it?
It has a nice sweetness to it.
Okay.
And it kind of looks like pulled pork.
Yeah.
So yeah, the meat just breaks apart. Super tender. Really, really good.
I can't wait to try that.
Our adventures continued the following day with an amazing meal at a Culton in the heart of the Barras. It is time for food again, and today we're at BAD, which stands for Barras Art and Design, and it's a really cool space. For starters, there is art everywhere. They have these amazing murals, but also once you go inside, you have like little shops, restaurants, bars. Sometimes they have art exhibitions, they host music gigs, markets, so it's really cool. It's a versatile space, but now let's go see if our food is ready.
Yeah, we've come here for lunch.
Well, the appetizer is here and it looks amazing. We went for the risotto with squid ink and sea bass. So I'm going to dig right in.
It does look amazing.
I love risotto.
Same
oh my
here.
gosh, with chives.
Isn't that good? And I love risotto too. That's actually what I've ordered as my main coming later.
Then Sam ordered the roasted red pepper pearl barley risotto for the main, and I had the lamb leg steak with baby carrots, beetroots, and turnips. It was a fantastic meal.
Next up, it was time to check out the gin scene, and for this we visited the Glasgow Gin Distillery over on the Southside. We got to tour the place, learn a bit more about gin production, and then at the very end, it was time for the good stuff, a gin tasting.
So we're the Glasgow Distillery Company, Glasgow's first single malt distillery in over 110 years, since 1902, and we are proud crafters of Glasgow's only gin, Makar Original Gin.
Time for the gin tasting.
You used to having that with tonic.
I am, it's quite strong on its own. But yeah, it's got a nice aroma.
Has
Obviously,
the juniper
berries dominate here. But it's nice. Fragrant, aromatic, floral.
Later that evening, we went on a do-it-yourself food crawl where we visited a few different bars and restaurants along Finnieston, which is in the city's west end. First up, we visited the Drugstore Social, a bar that is set up in an old-fashioned pharmacy.
I've ordered myself something called the Heartbeat.
And it's arrived!
Whoa!
So describe it.
I'm going to read you the ingredients because I don't know my alcohols that well. But this one is a beetroot-infused mezcal with sake. So that's an interesting mix. We've got Mexico and Japan happening in this drink.
Yeah.
Check it out. And it has a big cube of ice.
Oh, wow.
And it kind of looks like a heart, honestly.
Yeah.
Sam chose the Goodnight Kiss, which had pisco and coconut liqueur. I liked his drink the best, and then we ordered one more. So this next one, yes, we got a third drink. It's called Smoke and the Water, and it was a really dramatic drink. Like they bring the glass flipped upside down, and then they reveal the smoke. So yeah, I've already poured myself a little bit.
That's good.
It smells nice.
Is it good?
Ooh, that is good. Yeah, thank you.
Our second stop of the night was the Finnieston, which specializes in gin and seafood. Audrey tried her first oysters, and then we had a couple more drinks, as you do.
Next drink of choice is the martini, but look at how they serve it here. This is so creative. This is the alcohol, and they keep it chilled in this large glass with ice. And once you're ready, you just keep topping up your glass. Just pour a little in. Got a little cucumber, and yeah, this is a lot of fun. Lastly, to wrap up the night, we went to Porter Rye for dinner. This is a steakhouse specializing in aged beef. All right, we've had drinks, we've had appetizers, now it's time for dinner. We've popped over to Porter Rye, where the thing to order is steak. We've ordered two different steaks.
Yes.
This one, right in front of me, has been aged for 50 days, and the one in front of Sam has been aged for over 100 days. So this is a first for me. I have never ordered an aged steak before. So let's just dig right in and see what it tastes like. Completely new culinary experience happening over here.
Is it good? Does it taste different?
It's very tender.
Yeah.
You taste the beef. I mean, I feel like it kind of enhances the flavors. It intensifies it a little bit. But yeah, this is really good. Cooked medium rare, which I think is to perfection.
Good stuff, huh?
This is wonderful. And for our last meal in town the following morning, we ate at Cafe Gandolfi, a cozy spot that serves up a delicious breakfast. I went for the Gandolfi vegetarian with halloumi and field mushrooms, and it was amazing. Now that we've shown you what we got up to on our most recent visit to Glasgow, let's rewind to last year's trip. One of the first places we visited was the Glasgow Botanic Garden in the city's west end. My favorite part of the garden was the Kibble Palace, which is a 19th century wrought iron glasshouse, which features beautiful sculptures amidst the foliage.
For a completely different vibe, we also hit up Buchanan Street, one of the main shopping thoroughfares in Glasgow. We were there on a weekend, so it was full of shoppers and buskers, and it was buzzing.
And right along Buchanan Street, we came across the Willow Tea Rooms, where we had a little afternoon tea. So, what are we up to on this sunny day?
So on the south side of Glasgow, you can get out into nature, and we're just exploring the countryside, and apparently there's going to be some hairy coos we can spot.
Hairy the Coos. Let's go find them. And just a short drive from there, we visited House for an Art Lover in Bellahouston Park, where they have some cool sculptures around the garden.
We also visited Glasgow Cathedral and the nearby Necropolis, which is a Victorian cemetery located on a hill just east of the cathedral.
And not too far from there, we found Glasgow Green, a nice park in the city's east end that is also home to the People's Palace, which tells the story of the city and its people.
And last but not least, it was on this trip that we discovered one of our favorite restaurants in Glasgow, the Crafty Pig. This place specializes in pulled pork sandwiches, delicious fries, and the most decadent of milkshakes. So we found ourselves going back time and again.
So Glasgow is a city for foodies. There is so much great food, and today we're bringing you to one of our favorite restaurants, the Crafty Pig. Basically, everything on the menu is amazing, and we've only been here a few days, but we just keep coming back, and we're gonna show you why.
Take a look at this main. Dudes, this is the pulled pork
bun.
Sandwich bun.
Oh my god.
And this is amazing. Like, take a look at that. Can you see that pulled pork?
Yes, I've tried it before.
You know what?
It is mouth-watering.
Just so I can show you guys like what pork looks like, I'm just gonna take it out like this and take a bite.
How amazing is that? Magic!
That's magic in the mouth. And that's a wrap for our visit to Glasgow, Scotland. We loved our 2 visits and we gladly returned for a 3rd. This is an amazing city for foodies, and there are so many great bars, restaurants, breweries, and distilleries to visit. Also, for your information, if you're already visiting Edinburgh, Glasgow is just a short 50-minute train ride away, and it's a city with its own unique vibe. Now, you guys know the drill. If there are any other fun things to do in Glasgow that you'd like to share with travelers, feel free to leave your suggestions in the comments below. In the meantime, wishing you happy travels, and until next time.